Hello everyone and welcome back to this brand new video. So in today's video we'll be attempting to get the platinum trophy in Endling Extinction is Forever. I've recently got into trying to achieve the platinum trophies, so hopefully we can add another one to the list today. If you do enjoy this video, leave a like and also subscribe, and if you have any recommendations for other platinums I should try and get, leave a comment down below. And let's try and earn this platinum trophy. So the game starts off with a basic tutorial of the controls as we escape the forest fires. We then get up to this point where we earn our first trophy for finding the first lair in the game, Home Sweet Home. Once we enter the lair, we also enter a cutscene where we find out the main character is pregnant and they give birth to the 4 cubs, which play a big part in the story of this game. Once we give birth, we then have a couple of nights to explore by ourselves, trying to bring food back for the cubs. As a little introduction to show what foods you can eat and where to find them around the map. And on the first night, one of the cubs actually gets stolen, which provides the main storyline of this game, where we try and return the cub back to its family. So the main objective of this game was to use your sense of smell to try and find the traces left behind by the scavenger to locate the missing cub. There was 3 of these you needed to find when they appeared at night, and usually around 3 or 4 per zone in the game. This was the example of the one we found on night 6. You also had to use the night to try and find food, and there was a deadline on each night. You needed to do all the objectives and find the food before the sun rose, otherwise you had a chance of being caught. On night 6, trying to get back to the lair, I actually ran into this funny glitch, where as one of my cubs was getting attacked by an owl, I ran back to try and help it and ended up stuck under the ground. Couldn't pause or even go back to the main menu, so I had to reset the game and play night 6 all over again. After resetting the game and playing night 6 all over again, we then earned our second trophy of this playthrough for rescuing a badger from the trap. Friend in need. After finding all the traces in the first zone and moving on to the second zone, we actually earned 2 trophies at once. One for finding the second lair and one for finding all traces in the river area. And this unlocked the second zone in the game, where we'll find more clues for the missing cub. We're now on night 13, where we earned our next trophy for not killing any animals for food for 5 days in a row, which meant we only ate berries, eggs and trash. After getting shot at by the scavenger, we have our first interaction with the character Molly, who will help us get a trophy in the next couple of nights, but not before giving us some berries for our cubs. A couple of nights later, we go back to the treehouse and we get our next trophy for letting Molly pet you. Moving quickly on to the next trophy that we get for barking at the roamer. A barking fox doesn't bite. Also on the same night, we get our next trophy in the chicken farm for hunting a chicken for the first time. Chicken dinner. We then earn our next 2 trophies, 1 for finding all the clues in the forest area and 2 for reaching the 3rd lair of the game. We now move on to night 22, where we earned our next trophy. This was for petting our cubs 5 days in a row. When originally looking at the trophy list, this was one that I forgot and remembered this late into the game, but thankfully we earned it in this first playthrough. We also earned this next trophy for entering the lair at night with full health, as you can see in the bottom left corner. Now getting nearer the end of the game, we earned our next trophy. This one was sort of by accident. I accidentally let one of the cubs get attacked by an owl, and once this happens, you need to pet the cub to ensure they're not scared anymore. You actually get a trophy for that called Lullaby. Throughout the game, you can learn new skills for your cubs, and you earn a trophy once you've learned all skills. for a better tomorrow. Now very close to the end of the game, we actually found our 4th missing cub. During this cutscene we actually earn 3 trophies, 1 for finding our cub and 1 for following all traces. We then get our 3rd trophy for letting the scavenger pet you. We then enter one of the final cutscenes of the game. Our house is flooded and our cubs are escaping as we try and swim after them. We actually get hit by a barrel and start to drown, and it looks like it's game over. But then we wake up in the middle of a desert without our cubs. We then turn around, find our cubs, and try and escape to safety. But unfortunately, as we escape and let our cubs go first, we get shot by one of the scavengers. And that is the end of the game. Such a lovely game, but definitely a sad ending, but I'd highly recommend playing this. We then earned 5 trophies, finishing the game with all cubs, at least 3 cubs, at least 2 cubs and at least 1 cub, and you get a trophy for just finishing the game at all. So after the first playthrough, we were left with 4 more trophies to earn that platinum. The first being maternity for reuniting the badger's cub with their mother, detox diet, don't feed your cubs trash for 6 days in a row, Easter egg, have your cubs eat the Easter egg, and omnivore, let your cubs eat every kind of food in the game. This one was really tough. I do like playing through games without looking through a trophy guide for the first time, just so I can enjoy the game, but leaving omnivore to the second playthrough was a nightmare, because it actually took us up to night 23 to eat all food. So if you ever do play this game, I would recommend going for omnivore in your first playthrough. But now, let's get into the final 4 trophies we need to earn this platinum. The first one I earned was not eating trash for 6 days in a row. This one was really easy, and you can do this from the start of the game. We then had to play all the way up to night 17 to find the badger who was missing her cub. We then had to go around, pick it up and return it to earn the next trophy, maternity. We then earn our next trophy, Easter egg, for feeding the Easter egg to our cubs. During this time, I've been eating all 18 foods to try and earn that trophy, omnivore. And we finally get to that point, eating the last food, the potato chips, to earn the trophy, omnivore. And finally, we earn that platinum trophy, Endling. This was such a fun platinum to achieve, and I'd highly recommend it to anyone. I think this game was free a few months ago on PlayStation Plus, so if you do have PlayStation Plus and you have added it to your library, I'd definitely give it a go. This took me about 10 hours to platinum, but that's because of the second playthrough. I think you could do this in around 6 hours, and I'd rate it an 8 out of 10. If you did enjoy this video, leave a like, and also leave a comment on what other games you want me to platinum in the future. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.